Openly gay Hoboken First Ward Councilman Mike DeFusco hosted a fundraiser for a statewide LGBTQ group at the Dubliner in Hoboken on Monday night. The NJ-LGBT Democratic Caucus fundraiser featured Franklin Township Board of Education Ed Potosnik, who explained the scenario he encountered after praising the Supreme Court's decision to legalize gay marriage.
The day the Supreme Court case came out and made sure that marriage equality existed for every American in the United States. And I happened to utter in my speech as president of the school board before 5,500 people, including our graduates, that it was a really important day to me and my family, and that it was a historic day at their graduation, but it was really, really special. And because of those words in 34 seconds that I spent talking about something that I think was magnificent for our country, I was targeted by one of my fellow board members who asked me to resign. We had all kinds of mayhem in the township, all kinds of reporters coming and knocking on the door, and suddenly I was once again a gay school board president. You can add American in there, or fun, or tall if you want. but really interestingly, what I can say about my community was fantastic. We had over 100 people come out to our next board meeting and declare support. And that was now years ago, but we're at a very different time, and we're seeing at the national level LGBT issues, and quite particularly the T, transgendered individuals being targeted. And it's happening at our school board level. They took away, at the federal level, requirements to protect transgender students to allow them to use the bathroom of the identity, of the gender that they identify with. And that's a problem. And I think it's a problem in our school district, but it's a real problem not so much in New Jersey, but in places that have sort of a little bit less progressive of a community. And how you get through difficult times is much like how we got to where we are, where I feel comfortable talking about being openly gay. I felt comfortable when I gave my speech.
During his remarks, DeFusco said there was a shadow campaign going on in the 2015 council race where he was being attacked for his sexual preference, but that was overcome by talking about real issues within the city. He later was critical of Mayor Dawn Zimmer for the city scoring a 51 out of 100 on the Human Rights Campaign Municipal Equality Index, stating several initiatives that need to happen to improve that.
But one of the things that we're facing in Hoboken today is a failing rating on the Human Rights Campaign's Municipal Equality Index. We got a 51 out of 100. And, you know, in a press release from this current administration, they said it was a snafu. And then they looked at me and they said, well, we have a gay councilman. We didn't get credit for that. And I turned to the mayor and I said, Mayor, you know, I might bring something to the table by being the first openly gay LGBT councilman, not just in Hoboken, but in all of Hudson County. But I think that we have a lot of things that we need to do to raise that score. We need a dedicated representative on the police force. We need additional rights and services for LGBT employees of City Hall. We need to make sure that we're not just accepted in practice, that the city is going to step up and they're going to say, we have your back. And here's the thing, it's easy to say that and say, oh yes, we're progressive and we're there when a situation happens. It's a lot more complex and a lot more dedicated to say, we're going to do that now, to put our foot down and draw a line in the sand and say we stand up for you.
Speaking one-on-one with Hudson County View, DeFusco weighed in on the President Donald Trump administration revoking transgender bathroom rules, once again stating that Hoboken is behind the times. Regarding the Trump administration and their policies toward the LGBTQ community, a big thing is gender-neutral bathrooms. I mean, just what are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think that a person's right to choose is one of the fundamental qualities of being an American citizen. You know, in terms of gender-neutral bathrooms, I was really excited and happy to hear that Mayor Fulop in Jersey City pushed for them. Here in Hoboken City Hall, we have a long way to update our infrastructure, let alone kind of open up the facilities to folks in a more modern way. Whether Mayor Zimmer is willing to have that conversation, whether she's willing to work with me as I asked her to expand the city's equality rights so that we can score higher on the Human Rights Organization's chart next year is still TBD. But I'm going to continue my push, urging the administration and pushing downtown Hoboken and all of Hoboken to understand that we're still not nearly where we need to be, in terms of representation of LGBT rights.
I'm John Heides with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.